Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. Today I have just a few little things that I need to kind of get tidied up on the Discovery 2 before SCARR 2021. It's going to be in Barnwell, the Barnwell Mountain Recreational Area there in Gilmer, Texas. And I've got just a few days left, so I've got some things that I need to tidy up on the OD2. Some things as far as that I would like to get accomplished is it's got a leaky sunroof, so I'd like to get that fixed. While I've got the headliner out, I have some off-road lights because that vehicle had the roof rack switched from my other D2. So I've got 4 Hella spot and spot combo lights that are not wired up. So I've got all the wiring and the switches and all that, but I'm gonna make a nice and tidy connection also to give the backup lights that are on that rack to get those working. It's all going to be easier to do all that wiring if the headliner comes out. So while I've got the headliner out, I might as well figure out where the source of the leak's coming in from, because I don't need any more wiring issues because I've had quite a few of them. Ordered some things here from Atlantic British. Diff guards. I need to check all of my fluids. I put about a whopping 800 miles a year on this vehicle, so changed the oil not too terribly long ago. But as far as like differential fluids and stuff like that, just make sure we're good there. Lubricate the drive shaft, the U-joints. I've got a grommet that goes around the fuel filler door. I need to fix that. I've got that in here. So anyway, I got a box in. Oh, and also very important, CB radio. I've got a CB. I believe I've already ran some of the wiring for that. It just basically just needs to be wired up to a bus bar or something to be able to get power to the CB. Let's see everything. Oh, and a radio. My radio that's in that truck. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've probably seen I've got a small clip where I floated that vehicle. Some of the electronics haven't came back properly, and that's one of them. So I need to try to get that radio out and see what might be the problem. Anyway, let's open this up. It's the rubber grommet for the fuel door, for the fuel filler neck. These are Terra Firma brand. Nice. Kind of the hardware. It's a TF838. Went ahead and got, those are the radio removal tools. In the past, I was able to use fingernail file and take some of the grit off of them, and I could pretty easily make those work. Somewhere along the way, though, either I've lost my touch or it's sort of gotten a little bit rusted in there. Not rusted, but galded, or got some stuff build up, or you know, whatever. Anyway, I can't get it to release, so I just wanted to get the actual factory tool, see if that will allow me to get that radio out of there. I have a feeling it probably just blew a fuse on the back of the radio. But anyway, all right, last box here. Hardware, same, mounts to the top, wraps around, and protects that. So anyway, I've got the TF838 and the TF839 from Terra Firma. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get to it. Let's start, and maybe by tomorrow evening I'll be done. After I get this knocked out, we'll give a complete walk around of my vehicle, and I haven't done a proper walk around of Aaron's vehicle after we went and picked it up. That video should be dropping before this one, so be sure to check that out. And but we'll have 3 vehicles there. I'll have my D2, Aaron's Range Rover with the supercharged 2007 model, and then my brother will have his 91 Range Rover Classic. Okay, so here are the keys. This one is locked in place, and it's notched, and then it grabs
right here on the little hook, and then that gives you the ability to pull. Even by doing that, it is if it's been maybe never out of the vehicle, you're gonna have to kind of work it kind of back and forth like this, up and down, as you're trying to pull out. I kind of bent them a little bit as I was trying to pull. They've got these little things right here, so I mean, even to like just take something to kind of like latch in there and just pull straight back might be enough to shock it to where it would come out pretty easily. As I had mentioned, if you take the pressure off the little, this actually is all that's really keeping it, is right in there. And so to depress that, push that down, anything that you push in there will keep that down. So you know, fingernail file, anything of that sort pushes down on it enough that it will it'll release. And as long as it starts to push down here, it's going to push down at the back, and then you can pull it out. Okay, so the radio, I determined from just checking everything out that I determined that the radio was more than likely the culprit. So I figured the radio was shot. I had, although this vehicle is a 99 and my 01 has a different amplifier, the radios are identical. So I just thought, well, there's a possibility that the amp may have some sort of an issue somewhere, but there's no power at all going through this for whatever reason. So I may attempt to see if I can source what the issue is internally with that and use that radio back in the 01 when I get it ready for it. But I had this one, and this Alpine unit, see if you can see that there, John Monahan out of Texarkana, Arkansas. Texarkana, Texas side is where he has his building, but his residence is there at the in Arkansas. He actually took the radio out of my 01 and put a audio input jack, 3.5 millimeter input jack into here. But since we have now, as you can see, it powers up, functions as it should with through all the, as far as I know, everything seems to be functioning properly. Weather band also is working, so that's good. Hey, sit down. I've got my helper here with me today as well. I'm not gonna pick this up inside. I was gonna check here real quick though, just to see if I could get the audio input jack to work. Okay, all right, so just real quick here, you can see that works. You just switch it back to the FM1.
Papa.
It's just waters, I think. It's just water.
It's Papa.
Yeah.
It's Papa.
Anyway, so we got that fixed, and still have to put the diff guards on, and finally hook the CB up. And then my last thing on my wish list is tomorrow night we're going to, well, tonight actually, I'm going to take the headliner out. I'm going to try to get this ready, but hopefully, with barring anything unforeseen, possibly tomorrow night, because you just never know what things might come up. Hopefully we'll be able to run down to Aaron's house, and we'll be able to run with some wire strains. I'm actually going to run the wiring through the roof and silicone that
and hopefully we'll never have an issue as far as that goes.
Dave,
Okay.
Dave. That's big Dave too. That's big too. Yeah,
Okay.
where's
So
the-
anyway, run that through here and hook it up. And I've got the cover out of the old vehicle, and it has my switch. My switches would be right here for that. That's about it. Like I said, this truck's kind of a wiring nightmare to begin with. So anyway, I'm gonna take this kid back inside before we don't have a vehicle left to go. What do you think?
Go.
You have a hard time sitting still?
We're gonna keep walking around.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
This
Yep.
is a
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right then. See you in a little bit. Okay, as you can see here, I've got Aaron up on the roof trying to figure out. We've got one of these spot lights in the center that wasn't illuminating, and so anyway, we decided that we'd just do a basic disassemble here and inspect either the pigtail to make sure that there wasn't an issue there. We determined by looking at it that the light bulb actually had one of the legs had basically broken, and so we soldered it back together to get good continuity, and the light worked. But it did fail when we turned it back on the first time at Barnwell. So it's gonna have to have a new bulb. But besides that, it worked great. Oh yeah. I mean, there ain't no coming back from that. And she's through. Oh yeah, and clean those edges up. I think we'll be able to. So almost can just thread that baby in.
Solder monkey.
Get my good side.
You just sitting on it?
Yeah. Alright, so we got these got the Hellas mounted and have them on a switch now. Turn that off so we don't have to listen to static. Have those going again. Alright, and the CB hooked up. Oops, sorry. Radio going with the 3.5 millimeter jack, of course. I'll still have to put part of the headliner in. I did not get around to doing taking the headliner out and checking why my dome lights don't work or why I have that horrendous leak. Ladder is sufficiently anchored now. I'm gonna try to maybe see if I've still got good continuity through those lights. I'm gonna get those hooked up on my reverse, out of my reverse circuit. Need to just check the winch control and everything to make sure it's good to go. Differential guards. Yeah. Making some final preparation here, making sure generators are working. Aaron's Rover getting ready. That's basically it. Just tie up a few loose ends here and then I gotta go home and get ready. Alright. Just a little check to make sure we've got winch before we get on the trail. Oh yeah!